I appreciate you always for watching. All right, guys, let's look at this. Recently my husband looked at my analytics and he said, "Do you know 90% of your viewers are males?" And I was like, "Oh, okay. Well, maybe females just don't like my story." I can't help it. I'm not that typical female in society today that feel like men are not valuable. I just say it like that. Men are valuable, but everybody has their place. All right, native path, 55-year-old MD's numb hands and feet stumped doctors for years until he tried this, which pins and needles means about your nervous system. So let's look and see what Dr. Chad has to say. Walding, native path co-founder. Do you ever suffer from occasional tingling, numbness, or pins and needles, particularly in your legs, hands, and feet? Maybe getting worse as you get older. Like many people, you might think it's a simple sign to get up and move around. And while more movement is always a good idea for your health, new research suggests that there could be more to the story. If you're also experiencing shakiness that's changing your handwriting with age, foggy thinking, or mood dips may often than you're used to, or low energy that makes you hard to get through a full day without taking a nap. Your pins and needles could be a sign of a bigger problem that is 3 times more common in men and women over 60, but often swept under the rug. Dr. Badhar shares his personal journey with pins and needles and the pain that started when he was 55 in an autobiographical case report published in Cicero's Journal of Medical Science. And so you have here in the NIH National Library of Science his case presentation. And he starts off, he says, I started experiencing dull pain in both hands and wrists in June 2019. The discomfort in the wrist was present all the time and gradually built up. Pain in the hands could not be localized to specific locations. ... At times there was numbness, at others a feeling like locking of fingers. As the days went on, his dull pain and numbness progressed up to his left arm, and to his chest. And with it came waves of panic and stress. Thanks to his profession, Dr. Badhar had access to friends and colleagues that could help. He consulted a cardiologist, an orthopedic surgeon, and a neurosurgeon. Was told to try hot and cold therapy, pain relievers, and physical therapy, each of which failed to provide long-term relief. At one point, surgery was on the table. He says, I had lost my faith in examinations and investigations over those weeks of continuous pain and associated anxiety, he wrote. Y'all have to look over my speech and how I'm reading because it's 1 o'clock in the morning. Actually, it's 1:11 a.m. September 28, 2024. Like to scratch that bell. Appreciate you continue watching and listening. He says, I lost hope and decided to think of another approach until he visits his neurologist colleague who ordered simple blood tests. That's when he got the call that finally gave him the answer he'd been searching for. ... All the other tests are normal, the neurologist explained, except for one. You have very low levels of B12. Most people don't realize the body's ability to absorb vitamin B12 significantly declines with age. National Library of Sciences, once again, January 13, 2010, noted review, vitamin B12 in older adults. Affiliations plus expand. Let's go into the abstraction just slightly. It says purpose of review. The prevalence, causes, and functional significance of vitamin B12 deficiency in vulnerable subpopulations, including older adults and developing embryos. Dot dot dot. B12 is an essential vitamin for the nervous system, brain health, metabolic health. It also is not something that the body can produce on its own, meaning you need to get it in your diet foods. Studies show less than 6% of young adults are deficient in B12, while men and women over 60 are 3 times as likely to have low B12 levels. And I also want to add that low B12 levels also can come from having children as a woman. I've had enough, and my levels at times go down low. So definitely, this is a good verification or confirmation of um, why things occur when they occur. B12 becomes more and more difficult for the body to absorb as you age, and you need a certain amount in a specific form in order to normalize levels. Luckily, one Texas doctor and his team of researchers have developed a simple dropper a day solution to help overcome these absorption issues. Now, of course, this isn't an ad, but it may be an ad, but not for me. He may be doing an ad to help, but I don't get ads. But if it sounds like one, it's only because I'm reading what I received in the email. Okay. One study found the extract amount of B12 included in this solution can restore levels in 90% of men and women over 65 in as little as 8 weeks. And I also noticed during the pandemic that B12 and vitamin, I think it was vitamin D, if you had these in your system in ample amount, that it was just there was complication for this genotherapy pow 2021 2023 to wreak havoc. Even though I didn't receive one, ain't gonna receive one. Old girl ain't going there. Um, Still, when I found out that after a certain thing had went on with me, and I think it was 2020 or 20, was it 2020 or 2021? One of them, and I got put on B12, and later on found out it was the best thing for me to be on because of what they call the uh, pow what's going on. But anyway, let me continue. Imagine just 8 weeks from now, no longer waking up with uncomfortable tingling in your feet, and instead having a newfound energy that you haven't felt in years. And so he's advocating for his dropper. But what I want to say is this: you don't have to get injection. You can actually take get a prescription from the doctor for B12, and they can give you high doses of it. And a lot of times you don't have to take it, but for like 3 months, and it actually works. The food is being depleted, and then they also have so much chemicals on the food. Our bodies are literally scrapping for anything it can receive that's vitally healthy for your body. Not so much poison going into your body. It's such a big thematic agenda going on. I don't even know how to say it. So guys, here, old girl, do what's best for you. Don't wait on somebody else to take care of you. I tell my husband that all the time. Whether I'm here or not on the plane of existence, always take care of himself. Lay off those soda pops, which he has. It's been since last year. Like, there was one time in our lives we used to at least have a soda pop, even if it was just 16 ounces, every other day. And now my husband may get a 16-ounce drink once every I don't know, once every, if we're out of town, there's nothing to drink, maybe once every 4 months. He doesn't gravitate towards sugar. Keep growing, keep learning, keep thirsting for loving, to see the best you in you. All right.